Hi, today my group and I will be presenting on the Amerindian culture. My group and I will be presenting. Firstly, we will be talking about the Amerindian food, followed by the beliefs of the Amerindian. Then we'll talk a bit about the Amerindian dance, and then lastly, we'll be presenting about the Amerindian clothing. So let's get right into it.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Julian Scott and I'm a Year 2 student of the Sir Potter College of Education and the Regina branch. Well, today I'll be looking at one of the Amerindian food, and that would be the tumapat and the cassava bread, alright? And sometimes we wonder where the tumapat and the cassava bread come from. But there's no longer to worry because I will tell you where it come from. Alright, here with me I have the cassava root, and from this cassava root we get the cassava bread and the tuma pot, along with the cassava casrip that we mix our pepper pot with, right? Good. So now let me tell you a little about it. From this cassava root here, it goes through a process by grating, and then we get the cassava meal. Now this cassava meal, when it's grated, it put into a matapee and it's squeezed. When it's squeezed, we get this meal here. And from this cassava meal, we get the cassava bread. The cassava bread also goes through a process where the cassava meal is being sifted or pounded in a mortar. And after the cassava bread, we'll get the tuma pot, or we say it's the cassava water that we season. We put our pepper and our thyme inside, and that is our tuma pot. And this tuma pot is also come from the cassava root when it is squeezed out from the cassava meal. Now, after that, we will get the cassava casrip. As you can see here, this little mug, it have the cassava casrip. This cassava casrip come from the cassava water, or we say the cassava juice. So this goes through a process also. It boils until it becomes, or until it turns into the cassava casrip. So this is one of the Amerindian food that they contributed to Guyana. The cassava bread, the tuma pot, and the cassava casrip. All right? Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Dwight Boyan, a member of the group introduced earlier by Sir Dale. Now, based on the way I'm dressed, I'm pretty sure what comes to mind, or the ethnic group that comes to mind, is the Amerindians. Yes, you're correct. Now, today, I'll be looking at the beliefs of the Amerindian. Now, the Amerindians believe in objects and the universe. They believe that the object had spirits and personality. Now, the Amerindians would encourage good spirits and they would resist or stay far from bad spirits. Alright? So, these Amerindians, they were so inclined with nature that everything around them was considered an object. And everything had a spirit to it. So whenever they do their rituals, yes, the Amerindians did rituals. They would dance around these campfires and they would say these enchantments prayer in their languages, right? And they would beat their drum and they would dance and so on. And these things are normally done before either a war, hunting, fishing, or they are relocating, moving to another place to find food. And these things were done in preparation to protect them and to provide for them. Right? So yes, back to where I was. So before they go hunting, they would call upon the spirits of these particular animals that they would have liked to catch, and they would call upon the spirit of the jungle. Now, the spirit of the jungle is assumed to guide them to these animals and protect them from objects that have bad spirits. So they would use the spirits of objects, which are plants and so on, to shape shift into animal-like creatures to make their journey easier, to make hunting easier, right? So when they call upon these spirits, they will guide them, they will assist them and they will grant them what they would have been asking for. So they will shapeshift into another animal, which the term kanaima now comes into play. Right? So yes, kanaima, a familiar word with the Guyanese. The Guyanese would know this word, and it would have been associated with Amerindians. Yes, they transcend or they shapeshift into different creatures. And this was not only to provide food, but they also used in wars against different tribes and so on, right? And even to this day, it is, there is rumors that we still have Kanaimas around, right? So yes, we have to be very clever, very careful in what we do. So basically, I've touched on the spirits of objects, what they use them for, and how they use them. And to summarize that, to conclude my video, I would want to say again, they believe in spirituality of objects, they believe in a universe. The universe would have had a spirit to them also, right? We have good spirits and bad spirits. They were used to help, to protect, and to provide for the Amerindians. Provide food, protect them against other tribes, people, and objects with evil spirits, right? And it would help them with relocating, transportation, and so on. Yes, thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Caroline Cornelius and I am a year 2 student of the Surrey Potter College of Education and Amerindian Center, and I will be showing you a part of the Amerindian dance.
Amerindian man is the native of this land. When it comes to this land, we don't have no fear. Before the river bend, we going down there, fishing and hunting, we building our family. And when it's sporting time, we drinking family.
My name is Rebecca Adams and I am a year 2 student at the Surrey Potter College of Education attached to the Amerindian Center. So I'll be looking at the way the Amerindians dress. The way Amerindians dress may vary greatly across different tribes and regions, reflecting on their unique cultures, histories, and the environment in which they come from. So I'm going to look at some common elements found in Amerindian dress. 1. Their materials. Their clothing is made from local available resources, such as we have the animal hides, plant fibers, and textile woven. This textile woven is either made from cotton, wools, or any other natural resources. Alright, another element is the decoration. Amerindian garments are often adorned with intricate beadworks, quill works, and pattern representing cultural symbols and stories. So within these Amerindian clothing, like for example my headdress, here we have the beadwork on my Amerindian headdress, and on my face I have some symbols telling different stories. Another element is gender distinction. So in the Amerindian cultures, the male and the female dress style may vary. For example, the design on their clothes may vary, also their accessories. Take for example, on this picture here, so we have the male and the female. So as you can see, the way the male dress is different from the female. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really hope you guys would have learned something that relates to the Amerindian culture. Bye.